In emptiness, these name not two, yet within each one finds all forms. This marks the first appearance in Sangsong's poem of the term not two. Earlier, Sangsong asks us not to pursue appearances. Then he follows this by recommending that we not cling to oneness. He follows this by discussing the dependent nature of mind and things, how mind and things mutually co-create each other. Then, in the immediately preceding couplet, Sangsong points to the place where both mind and things arise from and calls this place emptiness. Mind and things arise from emptiness because in emptiness they have a not-to nature or relationship. Notice that Sangsong does not say that mind and things become one in emptiness. To designate them as one would imply a kind of reductionism or possibly an emanationist perspective. The term not two moves beyond oneness, though it does not negate oneness. Rather, it revitalizes oneness so that we do not cling to oneness by considering it absolute. To consider mind and things as not two means to realize that mind and things always imply each other, like high and low, light and shadow, beautiful and ugly, etc. Mind and things do not exist independently. Rather, they exist on a scale of consciousness and awareness. Just as all aesthetic judgments emerge from the scale of beautiful and ugly, so also the forms of existence emerge from this scale of mind and things. And so within this not-to relationship of mind and things, all forms reside. Forms as manifestations of the scale of mind and things. The forms of this world depend upon mind, and the forms of this world depend upon things, and things and mind depend upon each other. Quite a dance. The idea of not two points to the gesture of transcendence, which does not eliminate the world of experience. To transcend duality, one must move to the place where both aspects of the duality exist. When confronted with duality, one always attempts to find that place within from which the duality emerges. This explains the meaning of the Taoist yin-yang mandala. Both light and dark exist in this mandala, embraced by the circle of completeness. Dark contains a dot of light, and light contains a dot of dark. Thus, both light and dark contain within them the seed nature of their opposite. Notice how the yin-yang mandala perfectly symbolizes the embracing of opposites without eliminating their existence. This means that we do not transcend opposites by choosing one over the other, for example, light over darkness, or by claiming that one or the other or both do not exist. Rather, we move to a place where both exist together. To accomplish this, we must release our clinging to mental structures which seek to impose our opposites upon existence in a mutually exclusive way. To release our clinging to mental structures, we must engage in a meditative practice. Merely understanding these ideas will not prove sufficient. Just as the yin-yang mandala does not eliminate the existence of opposites, but rather places them in a not-to relationship, so also emptiness does not mean the void of nothingness, but rather the non-exclusive nature of opposites, their not-to nature. Because we have a strong tendency to think of this as existing separately and exclusively, we also have a strong tendency to think of theories which deny that things exist separately as denying that things exist at all. But emptiness actually negates nothingness by embracing all opposites in the clasp of not two. Though the world does not disappear here in the not two realm of emptiness, it does look different. The world becomes alive, or rather the livingness of the world manifests, and all the forms of existence display their limitlessness.